Alright, great job, Stanley. Now we have Michael Dutra. Everyone give him a warm welcome. Hi. I'll be reading a poem from Everdell Rules of Play today. Wandering the woods, gathering the stones.
Wish we had some stones.
To throw at him.
Wearing in the path that leads to our home. Laying down the floors, raising up the walls, working through the days, winter through to fall. And we'll play down where the grass is thick, from the river drink.
Tell you what ain't think about him.
I wish I had myself another drink here.
See stars come out to meet us, when all I need to do is be near to you. In the evening breeze, by the ever tree.
Ever tree, more like ever leave. Get this guy out of here.
Farmer in the field, miner in the mud. King up in his castle, with blueberry blood. Schoolhouse in a tree, chapel in a stream. We are side by side, building up our dream.
He should not be by schools.
I'm pretty sure I got an alert when this guy moved in.
And we'll lay down where the grass is thick. From the river drink.
Wish he would leave.
See stars come out to meet us, when all I need to do is be here with you. 'Neath the changing leaves, of the ever tree. Thank you.
Boo!
Who repeats the second stanza?
Boo this man! Boo this man!
Your poem's bad and you should feel bad.
Hi guys, we're the guys of the Holder. Thank you so much for coming back to listen to what we have to say about Everdell, which is a great game where you play woodland creatures. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckles. So let's jump into it. Again, this game is
Starling Games.
Starling Games. A James Wilson game. The art done by Andrew Bosley, which
Beasley.
it's Bosley.
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's without question a no.
Okay. Cursive is hard.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
They did do the cursive wrong, however, because the O is separated from everything. I want to show you guys. The O is separated. The whole point of cursive is that all of them are connected.
Why? That is the whole point. It's one big flow.
It's one big flow, and it's absolutely disconnected.
Well, that's my con.
Let's jump into it. Larry, what don't you like about this game? What do you dislike? That they did that.
There's no big dislikes. There's no big likes. The game exists.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to other games like this.
Yes.
Nothing to make it go, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a neat tree.
You got a really neat tree. Let's turn the tree around and make sure it's, everyone can see it. Yeah.
Say, like, art's pretty,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays a lot of art's pretty, so
Yeah.
that doesn't even set you apart.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's it.
That's really it.
That's all I gotta say.
I want to lean into the point, like, it does a lot of the similar things for other games, so much so that my con is something that I've said about another game. I've said the same thing about Wingspan. I think that there are too many cards in... I think there are too many cards in this game, just period. I think that you have to... Having a good knowledge of everything, of the event cards, and of the regular cards that you play into your city, is almost a requirement to exceed and perform well at this game. Larry and Tony, they're both very versed at engine building games, so they understand the concepts, but for someone, who isn't, I think that's going to be a really difficult hurdle to overcome. Playing a game multiple times should be the goal, regardless of buying a board game. But it does bother me because I've played this game 3 times now, and I think I've officially seen all of the cards at least once. So
we almost ran through the deck today.
we almost ran through the deck today.
You drew a lot of cards.
Yeah, we did do a lot of milling, but
Diddly.
there's something to be said on Larry's point that it is. I could have just been playing Wingspan, and get the same exact experience out of it.
So I will slightly disagree on the number of cards and events and stuff like that. I think that's important for increasing, that way when you come back and play it, it's not exactly the same thing. You have different objectives, which are important. We learned very much that events are important.
Yeah.
You should party.
And that you should party.
Bro.
You should definitely go to the Harvest Festival when you get asked.
Yeah. People are having catfish days, you go.
Yeah, apparently so. Catfish days?
I will pass on catfish days for the rest of my life. Thank you.
And that's why you'll lose.
Yeah, that's why you're at 49.
That's why I'm at 49 over here.
Sad. But yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because it offers opportunities to do different things, right? Now, do these things necessarily dictate what you're going to do with your game plan? I mean, it can. I never got a doctor because someone kept burying them.
Yeah, but same thing with these objectives. A lot of these type of games have that same thing where it's random objectives, and it's just...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it as
ignore them completely and still win.
Well...
Not in our case.
But I mean, you did.
That wasn't the special one.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. But they're there to offer variability. Not that it set us apart in any way.
Right.
It's just that it offers variability.
It does. It shakes it up a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would say my big con here is kind of a similar con that falls to most card games, in that you have to find a balance between rules and art. And in this case, there is an index in the back of the book that goes over each card more in depth, but it'd be nice if there was specific references or maybe evergreen things that they can put on here to help with that, which they have construction or critter or stuff like that, but specific put something on here that says this is where you can get more information, or this is what you'll need to know to look this up. Specifically because when you play a lot of card games and stuff like that, when you read, you do what the card says. And that's a golden rule. Yeah.
But it's cards trump rules. Yeah. So the card should tell you everything you need to know.
Yes.
Ideally.
The golden rule is you follow the card unless questioned. Right? And specific usually overrides general and overall.
Yep.
So there can be times where you read something, the dungeon's kind of a good example, where it says that there's a slot there. So can you just keep putting guys there?
It doesn't say only one guy per slot.
Right. Yeah. It does in the index, but it doesn't say on the card. Storehouse is another one. I wasn't sure if it's something that you just keep doing over and over again. Does it always activate, or is it just a one-time thing? So that's kind of how I feel about it. But that's always a balance that needs to be had in card games. So I can't really specifically hold it against Everdell itself. That's just a thing. That's just how it be.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I mean, for things that I like about the game, I enjoy how the game feels, and then also the actual lore itself. There's not oftentimes that you play a game where they tell a story in the actual rulebook itself. I appreciate that. In creating a deep theme and lore. There you go. And you also have the centerpiece that comes with it, which I kind of think is unnecessary, but it looks cool.
It looks so cool.
It looks really cool.
It's a little bit of a hassle to put together your first time around.
It's a little bit unnecessary as well.
It's cool. It's a beautiful setup, but we fall into this trap of Larry saying, lots of games look pretty now.
Yeah.
It is a requirement.
Not all of them come with a tree, though.
But not all of them come with a tree.
It's their sick gimmick.
So it's...
Everyone has one.
Yeah.
It's a silly point. It'll be, it'll rue the day when I see a game that is actually ugly.
Yeah, it's probably great.
And it's probably great,
I mean, I thought Evolution of the Beginnings art was kind of meh.
Actually, it was kind of meh.
Really? Because that's what you said you liked about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's more abstract.
I don't know.
It is. I do like the colors on it.
Yes, very vibrant.
Oh no, I did argue about the. If you follow us on Instagram, you would know that I had a very hard time because it was a lot of the colors, because they're evolutionary speaking, they blend into the background. Hard for me to see, and also hard for computer systems to see when you're trying to pull creatures out and make JPEGs of them.
Huh. Anyways, that's a different game.
Yeah.
But so, like, with your whole lore thing, I think it's more important to tell the story while you're playing than just...
Well, I mean, technically you are. You're
do.
building a city.
Yeah. You can go in.
You're sending people to dungeons.
Further,
It's
like,
just guys. Here's a guy.
why is my barge toad here? How did I get my barge toad here?
Yeah.
I can come up with that story as we're playing along, and we can all share that.
You have a wife and a husband. You brought them together.
Brought
Did you
together.
though? Or they just said, hey, here's an open house. We can
So-
get married for a free house. In this economy, I'd marry some rando for a free house. So
That's a good point.
But you haven't had roommates before, sir.
it doesn't say it has to last. You get the house.
Well, divorces get pretty messy. Someone's getting that house.
Someone's getting the house, and you're not.
Who gets the
sharing
kids?
it.
All right, probably goes with her. Right? Like, let's just be honest. It's a rough time out there. Like,
So you want to get her a free house? You go right for it.
Yeah, exactly. But they actually tell the story in the book,
They
the
do.
rule book.
They
where
do.
it says, like, oh, hey, like, I'm going to start town here, and once we get enough, you can come live with us,
Yeah.
right? Like, and it's and kind of the backdrop of an overpopulation kind of theme. Like, the story it tells in the rule book is kind of better than the actual game itself, but it's still neat.
Mhm.
Something that I like about it. I don't know if it'd be enough for me to. I mean, you read it once and you're done. Right?
It doesn't have any of those like big play feels though. You had big plays, right?
I had
You
one
had
big
big
play.
But like, is it gonna be the story that you could tell about this game? It's the one time I made 9 wood. You know?
It was. I mean, it was
Like-
6 wood.
Not even 9.
It was 8. It was 8 because he did it twice. He did 4.
I mean, like,
Right,
you can
right.
pull the wingspan. Hey, man, one time my duck drew me 3 cards, and then the hawk ate this, and this did this, and this did that. This, like, yeah, the frog gave me wood. It just doesn't.
Have the same feel for you.
Yeah, man.
I do remember the last time that we played the game, though. You guys both had impressive engines.
Mine was kind of cheating because the dungeons were
Yeah,
poorly.
but they were.
Yeah.
I still think that just because we didn't achieve that this game, it doesn't mean that you can't.
No, you can, because, I mean, I mold the
Yeah.
thing.
The thing, yeah. I would say that is also kind of another con of the game, is that when someone else is doing a thing and you look over and you're like, that's pretty obvious that you're doing the thing.
And I got 3 cards.
And I have 1 card in my hand. I'm going to have to spend my whole turn drawing cards. Meanwhile, this guy just got 8 wood. Like, I know what that means. I played the game. I know what that means. Right?
I will also say that the limited amount of turns is frustrating to me because for that same reason, it feels a little debilitating, especially at first. This is the first time I've built an entire city before. Just kind of focusing on all the cars and how I can chain them off of each other.
You're learning.
Otherwise,
Really good.
You did.
Yeah,
You're close.
I was close. I was 2 points behind.
Yeah, should have
the two of
partied.
you. Should have partied. If I would have gotten it, Larry stole that from me. Language. Right under the wire. And I could have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, all you need to do is go to Catfish Days more often, apparently.
Mud volleyball.
I'm fully good.
Yeah. I would say that I appreciate how short it is because the first time that we played this game, some of those like turn 3s and turn 4s, it's like, this is like, I don't want to stop because my thing's doing a thing, so I'm not going to stop. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel bad.
For everybody else, yeah.
I've been playing solitaire for
Yeah.
like 35 minutes and haven't talked to anyone because I'm like, I do this, which does this, which gets me this, and does that.
Yeah.
Cool, now I get to do that all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's also the point of the game. Like,
it is.
your goal is to do that, and because that's a great way to win. I had to full 3 turns uninterrupted after the 2 of you were just completely done with the game, where I had an opportunity to do everything that I could.
Yeah, it is.
So
That feels awkward because it kind of incentivizes like, yeah, I'm going to go get a drink. or
Yep.
I'm gonna go look at my phone, or I'm gonna go do literally anything else other than sit here and watch you play solitaire.
Right.
Unless I'm trying to Magic the Gathering, read your card.
Yeah, rule error.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, I do. This game does have solo rules, which I really do want to try out because as much as we have kind of given this meh,
Giving it the business.
I do like the game.
Also, it's got a digital release, so
It just came out last week, I think.
Oh, so
Yep.
I can play it on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you could play solo there probably, or
Yes.
make fake friends. Because why put on pants to play a game when you don't need to?
That's-
I'm done with Pandemic. It's
Yeah.
like, do I?
I played.
I want,
yeah, I
I
played.
want to
Pandemic
save
on
the
Switch.
world and not wear pants.
yeah.
I don't
And
need
also
friends.
that cures Pandemic's main problem of I don't want to tell you what to do.
Yeah,
on your
I
turn.
don't want a
Yeah.
quarterback, but someone has a quarterback. Yeah,
I'm
I am
gonna
all
lose-
4 people.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose next turn if you don't do this. For me. That's all it is. I don't want to tell you what to do, but you need to do
Yeah,
this.
you have to. Yes.
Well, I'll get Pandemic also, and I'm going to get Everdell because I want to play solo rules, but I don't want to have to set up this game just for me to play it by myself.
Plus, there's not the required color of pieces to do that, according to the rulebook.
According to the rulebook, yeah. Rugboard likes black pieces, and I don't see any black pieces.
Nope.
I mean, he's a little rodent person. I bet you he's probably just porcupine or squirrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of them except for the turd word, but
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely the turtle then.
Without question, the turtle. Where are we at here?
Do you have any other last comments that you would like to make? Judge, jury, and executioner here.
A notepad would be helpful while you're playing it because you definitely forget about what's the special events that are on the tree.
It's true.
So having a notepad down and just jotting that down to the side, I think would be helpful to help you play it and formulate a plan.
Yeah, I want to bring up one other thing real quick here. This game plays severely better at 3 people than with 4, because then it incentivizes that longer turn taking, and there's more time between when you get to play again and then when it comes all the way back around. So with 3 people, it went kind of quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you play with 4 people, there's potential for a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Which, as if you're just chilling and then having a good time, that's cool. But if you're playing to win the game, it's that's boring.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how serious people are when you play.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my personal opinion thing on that. But I think it played a lot better with 3 than when we did it before.
Larry, you never really shared what you liked about the game.
told you it exists.
Yeah.
Do I have fun? Yeah. Someone else gets it out, I'll play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I buying it? No.
It's weird because we both own this game, don't we, Tony?
We do.
Yeah.
See, so I never have to.
Yeah.
Well, I bought this game before I knew you owned this game.
Yeah.
And then I brought it over and you're like, hey, I own this game. I was like,
Yeah, my girlfriend's mother bought it for us on a whim because she's our biggest fan. Thank you, Shelly. You're great. She watches everything. So she bought it for us.
that's nice.
Yeah, and Megan and I we play it often, so that's great. But
Would you say it's easier to learn? Easy to learn, hard to master.
no, I would say that there's actually a pretty big barrier to learn how to play this.
Really?
If you haven't done Euro engine building type games before.
Yeah.
If you already know how this kind of stuff works, it's great. It'll be fun. You'll have a great time. If this is kind of your first toe dipping into this style of game, it is going to be a rough start, I really think. But once you get going, it's great. It is fun, right? Objectively, we all had fun.
Yeah, I had fun playing it. Look how cute he is. Going to the little star.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Adorable, Larry. Just because you don't like cute things.
Just doing like two things.
Look at this fool. He has a Chester hat.
It'd be cooler with swords.
What?
Red Wall. It'd be
Yeah,
cooler with swords.
I guess so.
If there were some type of threat, some type of travesty
That'd
or
be pretty
crisis,
neat. Say those rats are coming to get us?
yeah, that would be kind of neat.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
That'd be a cool
They're
mechanic.
coming to burn my tree.
Are you just mad because the end of turn 4 didn't end in a meteor?
So anyway.
I didn't want to bring it up, but yes!
Instead of just the end of the
You guys
year.
give your thumbs. I have no thumb. It exists. There's no good. There's no bad.
Well, we can't do that.
We
We
can't do that.
already said
So
this
then, what are you
out
guys
loud.
doing with your thumbs?
I mean,
I'm doing a thumbs up.
So it don't matter. Well, I mean, we'll give it an up. Again, I'll
well,
play
no, I
it.
want you to be honest.
And honest, it would be a there. There is
well,
no
we
thumb.
can't do Billy.
We can't
You
do
gotta
it.
beat
Saying.
it.
I did. So if it ain't a thumbs up,
Well,
It's
it's
a
not
thumbs
also
down.
a thumbs down. I would not buy
I-
this. I would play this.
I would say this is a 2-guy approved game.
Yes.
So you're gonna do a thumbs down.
Your thumbs down.
Your thumbs down it.
Your thumbs down.
Your thumbs down, and so
Right up there with Juicy Fruit, you jerk. Anything cute you don't like.
so there is two
I
guys.
appreciate the birds.
Two guys approve of Everdell. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we also have a link down below where
Sticky.
you can buy this
Why
game.
is it sticky?
And because it's resin.
You're right.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's the glue. It's concrete. A link down below for you to buy this game. A link in the Patreon for you to support us there as well. Please help out any way you can. If you do, that's great. We really appreciate it. Then once again, we're the guys of the Beholder. Thank you so much for watching. This is
Tony.
I am Michael, and this is
Still champ.
Larry. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Not liking anything cute.